Hello, everyone.
Well,
So, based on the poll that I put up on the other day on the Facebook page for Hornbeck's Fostering Love, I asked what you guys wanted the next video to be about, and the consensus was my health, and how I'm gonna be a mom with disabilities, and what we're planning for and what that may roughly look like. I'm not a mom yet, so I can't speak for certainty on anything. Um, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse, hopefully a short glimpse, of my health story and my background of disabilities and how we as a couple handle that, because it's been a huge part of our relationship. So I was born with a syndrome called Pierre Robin syndrome. It's French, it's Pierre Robin syndrome. That's how it's spelled. But it basically is when, like in utero, in development, when. Can you hold the computer just a little bit so I can have both hands? Teamwork makes the dream work. So like when babies are forming in the womb, like very early on, they look kind of like tadpoles, and like parts of them like come together, and like that's where you get symmetry. And so the whole line where it comes together and creates like your spinal cord, and your eyes and your whole face and torso and all of that, which is very, very early in development. I have a syndrome that whenever God was making me in the womb, some things got underdeveloped. So I was born with a cleft palate. My lip was fine, so I don't have any like scars on the outside, but all of the bone structure in my skull and face and ears and all of that is very wonky, and not like as it's supposed to be. So the eustachian tubes in your middle ear, they drain downwards and they end like above your palate in the back of your throat, in the pharyngeal area, for my anatomy friends. My eustachian tubes, they are pretty much just straight across, and they do not work at all. At all. So when you go up in an airplane and your ears feel full and then you can like pop them, that's your eustachian tube opening up and allowing the pressure in your middle ear to be released and get airflow. Mine doesn't work at all. So my ears fill up with fluid, which causes ear infections constantly, hearing loss constantly, and several other things. And what ended up happening is a tumor started growing, and I was diagnosed, August of 2013 with a tumor called a cholesteatoma, and it is a tumor that started growing on my eardrum and took over my entire middle ear cavity, and then started growing up into the bone, this like my skull back here, and was like right next to my brain. And if a cholesteatoma isn't found in time, like it will kill you, because it invades the brain, and
brain matter.
your brain matter. So people can die from it, and it's actually like a really fast growing tumor, so it's very, very dangerous, and the reoccurrence rate is extremely high, like very, very high. So when I get sick, it is like very, very serious, like really quickly. So I have some amazing, amazing doctors who are just the best. And like when I get sick, they see me really quickly. And I have tubes in my ears, but also because of like deformities and all of that, my tubes fall out a lot. And I cannot go anytime at all without having tubes because the infection will come back, and that can easily go to my brain and cause meningitis, which also a lot of times is fatal, or can cause more tumor to grow. They removed part of my skull, and so I have even less of a barrier between my middle ear and my brain, so it's more dangerous. When they first did all of the scans and found the tumor, they thought that all of the bones in my middle ear were gone from the tumor, but like total Jesus God thing, the tumor had like enveloped my bones in my ear, and they were able to remove it, and my bones started working again like 6 months later, like through prayer and awesomeness, and just Jesus. I do have nerve damage in my ear, which causes vertigo a lot. And vertigo is a horrific, horrific feeling. It comes with lightheadedness, nausea, dizziness. Think about being like seasick or car sick or sick from a roller coaster. I can get that just from like sitting still. And like my world is spinning, I'm spinning, and it's a really, really horrible feeling. But I can get that at any time, which is really frustrating and really hard. And I also was diagnosed with basilar atypical migraines, which in the medical field is a little bit controversial. Like some doctors are like, that doesn't even exist, that's not real. And then other doctors are like, yes, it's real, it's just very rare. And there's only one medication to treat it, and I'm allergic to it. So we have to do tons of naturopathic things to combat it. Magnesium is my best friend. I take magnesium every day, and that helps a lot. I sleep a lot, which helps. And I've just learned how to live with it, and lots of prayer. And my husband is a total beast, like total beast at marriage and being a husband and loving me really well.
Well, we actually know this guy Merlin. I don't know if you've heard of him, but we get some potions from him, and that has helped a lot.
Stop it. I love you. He keeps me laughing, which is wonderful, and I love it. So I am 24, almost 25, and no one at this age.
You were 23.
No, I'm 24.
Shows what I know.
We were just talking about age like a second ago, and how like our 20s have like flown by, and we're real confused about like how did that happen? Because teenage years were so long and awful.
20s have flown by.
Woo!
The first half.
The first half, anyway. Yeah, we'll see how the last half goes. But no one at my age thinks like, I'm gonna have a chronic illness. Woohoo! And
yeah, you're too young to have a chronic illness.
Yeah, you don't look like you have a chronic illness. You don't look sick. And other times it's like, oh, you look really sick. So the past few years of my life, I've seen a lot of friendships come and go. I've seen a lot of people in my life be really confused about my illnesses, and I've never been healthy. I've never had a long period of time where I was healthy. Like the healthiest I felt in my life was right before I was diagnosed with a tumor. And so...
Well, Not right before.
Not right before. I was really sick right before the diagnosis of the tumor. But I had a year before that where I was like, I feel great. I feel healthy. And then tumor happened, and I was dizzy all the time, and I was falling over like a drunk person. I looked like a drunk person falling over, and that was really hard. I didn't know what was wrong. A lot of the doctors were like, maybe it's your heart, and I just learned that PRS, PR-Robin syndrome, can cause heart problems, and I do have some heart problems, but they're benign. They're totally fine, and I've been checked out for that. So I've recently been learning a lot about PR-Robin syndrome because there's not a lot out there about like adults who have it. Most of the time it's just about kiddos who have it because it's really pronounced at birth. My jaw is really small and my mouth is really small. And that's like a big part of PR-Robin syndrome. I don't know if I'll ever wake up and be 100% healthy until like I'm with Jesus. So learning how to accept like this is my normal, like this is my life as a normal person for me. And I have friends who have chronic illness and who are some of the best moms I know. And I'm so sad that I can't be a super healthy mom all the time. I hate canceling plans, and I have to cancel plans every week. I know that I have to cancel at least some plans. I hate when I can't go out and when I can't drive, but I know my body and I know when I can and when I cannot do things. And so if I ever cancel on you, like that is why. Sometimes even sitting up or having a conversation I cannot do. But I know that I can be a good mom, and I know that there are people with disabilities who are freaking amazing parents. I know deaf parents who are rock stars. And yes, I'm going to be a parent with hearing loss. Our children will be CODAs. Woohoo! CODA life. Our kids will have to sign as much as they can because that's part of how I communicate when I can't hear what's happening and our TV is really loud and my car radio is horribly loud. I'm so sorry, love.
It's okay.
He gets the brunt of that when he hops in my car.
It's fine. One of the speakers is already broken, so it's not that bad.
Is it really?
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe not.
That's funny if it is. One. I mean, there might be. I don't know. I don't notice. Deaf wife. Deaf life. You know, our kid's mom is going to have hearing aids and sometimes, and then when she's not wearing them, then they need to look at me. It's just adaptation. He had to learn how to have a deaf girlfriend and then a deaf fiance and a deaf wife.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. We use closed captioning here. So we're going to make it through. We have an amazing community who loves us and helps us. And we're content. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not be a rock star health person, but I'm going to give it my best effort to be a good mom and a good wife and a good friend, even if I can't make it to every event. But, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Please ask questions. Please. I'm willing to be open and honest. That's all we have. We love you guys. We're super stoked that you're on this journey with us. But that's all.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.